Greetings. Today is what, I don't know, 17th or 18th, 16th of February 2019 here in Korat, Thailand. I've been busy this last week or so getting into translating a document of some 25,000 words or so. So I have not had a lot of time to get online to do any political commentary, but I'd like to now because of the ridiculous extent of politics, partisan politics, and really idiotic events and things that are being said in the United States by elected members of Congress and other officials, including those in the FBI and other intelligence agencies, as well, of course, as the main sleaze media as it continues to try to debunk the election of President Donald J. Trump. So, the title of today's essay, which is a little bit long, is Why Trump's Second Term is Looming. 2020 is already around the corner, and so far we have had so many Democrats declaring their presidential candidacy or willingness to consider running for the Oval Office that it is literally mind-boggling, and CNN loves it. Freshman Democrats took several districts in 2016, giving the House of Representatives a majority back to the Democrats. This produced glee and celebration, and sadly, malice and vindictiveness for the I still hate that racist Trumpers. Sadly, many of them were the freshman representatives who decided to be the first person to invent the wheel or prove that the world is still flat. History, facts, reality, practicality, cost, resources, methodology, substance, the universe itself, none of it matters anymore. Aviation, why a courageous and enthusiastic young lady out of New York, Oz, suggested that air travel, thus space exploration, emergency air vacs, and so on, be replaced with a magical surface transportation system that can span oceans and mountains. And yet she said nothing of California's abandoning this kind of folly after $77 billion went down the tubes. And she said that all buildings in the United States, there must not be more than 4 or 5 there, have to be retrofitted to make them environmentally friendly, green. She must really be green. She also says, in an Alfred E. Neumann mindset, what me worry? When it comes to explaining where payment would come from for ideas that 10 superpowers would not be able to engineer, much less build, in a century. Adults know how children talk. Adults know how idealistic the young usually are and can be. Why else ignore the fact that everyone dies and that other people deserve respect just because of who they are? Idealistic? Yes. Ignorant? Yes also. Stupid? Of course. Sometimes. The House is still populated by older adults, many of them who have had successful careers and have learned things like responsibility, accountability, restraint, preparation, humility, banality, egotism, and so on. Others are not overly concerned about these things and are bobbing up and down in troubled political waters side by side with the young newbies who have to date foolishly decided that Obama was right. America must be fundamentally transformed. It is ironic that this same overbearing collective attitude was there, not so much in focus as it is now, before Trump first announced his candidacy for president. It is the same overbearing attitude that Hillary Clinton was imbued with, and which Bernie Sanders was well aware of when he almost knocked Clinton off her high horse in the Democratic Party. and malicious collusion on the part of the Democrat machine insiders than the imaginary collusion President Trump is still dealing with. It's a long sentence, sorry. That is, we currently seem to be once again ignoring that age-old sage about ignoring history leading to its repetition. Or 2020 may well become a repeat of 2016. Confident anti-Trumpers getting trounced by the Electoral College. At the moment, the 2020 popular vote will very likely tilt heavily to the left, socialist Democrats. If President Trump runs for re-election, which is near certain at this point, he may well lose the popular vote by a factor double or triple that which he lost by in 2016. What is it, about 3 million or so? Hopefully, for America's sake and the sake of our progeny into the future, he will once again emerge as victor thanks to our forefathers who, like most sensible persons, knew that the roulette wheel could be tilted and everyone could be cheated. In 2016, the American electorate was cheated, not by the Electoral College, but by heavily irrational and impractical electorate concentrations in places like California. Despite the effort to get away with political chaos, what happened was that Americans who are practical, sensible, and adult turned the tide. Let us pray that this recurs in 2020. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Goodbye. Okay, don't know how to turn this